Let's live, love, laugh, and let go out loud. And as you know, I'm always excited about my guest, and this one especially. He is just an amazing guy. He did a book, and he's.
Oh my gosh, Lynn, you got the love doctor on the show? It's 50 ways to leave your lover. Oh, wait, 50 ways to keep your lover. Oh, I gotta watch this.
Yeah, and there's a little caution I got to tell you guys real quick, okay?
So I think there needs to be a warning here. So, if you learn something from Barry, you just might be multiplying like rabbits.
Okay, so he's going to be here right after this, okay? You're going to want to share this out because it's going to be good. I'm just having fun over here. We just get started. Welcome, Barry. You see, I just brought you to the party. Thank you so much for being here.
What a party. Thank you, Lynn, for having me. This is cracking me up already.
Have you ever really watched the show, The Live, Love, Laugh, and Let Go Out Loud?
Bits and pieces, not a lot, just to be transparent. I haven't watched the whole thing, no.
That's okay, because I haven't read your book yet either. But I know enough. That we definitely we're going to be doing some more shows together. So you guys better be ready for that. So welcome to the show. I am so grateful and happy that you're here. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself? Really quick. Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. Well, yeah. So how about this? We'll start with the first question. How about that? You want to start with the first question?
Sure,
okay.
Why not?
Okay. So what things have you let go out loud? Because to me, you can't live, love, and laugh until you let go of things. So what would you say you've let go?
Boy, I've let go of safety because you've got friends of yours telling me I talk funny. Yeah, no, I'm English. That's why I talk funny, according to you Americans.
Hey, you're in the US, so watch out.
I know. I've been here for a long time.
And still has the accent. How about that?
It stuck. It never went away. So
I
get back
love
to the
it.
question.
Okay, back to the question. Okay.
Attempting to get back to the question.
Okay.
One thing I let go was safety because I basically had the security of a stable 9-to-5 job, employment, but I was empty. I was not feeling anywhere a sense of fulfillment or of wholeness, and it bled into my relationships. I mean, we can go down a whole path on this one, but basically, I've had many transformational experiences over my life, but 2007 was the pivotal point where I decided to let go of the attempt to fit in and choosing to stand out to do what I love doing and supporting myself and what I need to do in the world, my passion and purpose. So that's probably the biggest shift I've had over the last 20 years.
I don't know who this is, but they said, tell Barry to throw his glasses like Rex. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. I don't know who.
That's Rex's trademark. I wouldn't want to tread on his toes.
Right. No, so I appreciate that answer. You did write a book and that selfish plug here about it, and we'll come back and forth about this book. But
sure.
50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. I really
50 Ways to Love Your Lover.
Yeah, there you go. You see?
You've been trained by Paul Simon.
Yeah. I'm not the only one that thinks that's what happens. I mean, because here we go.
Hop on the bus, Gus. Don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the keys, Lee, and set yourself free. Alexa, stop. Oh, that's right. He's not teaching you how to leave your lover. Barry is teaching you how to love your lover. Who doesn't want to learn how to love a little deeper and work on relationships? Oh my goodness. 50 Ways to Love Your Lover by Barry Selby. And I got to tell you, I have enjoyed getting to know you, Barry, on the Lynn and Scott show. And just a little background information. after the first time you're on the show, and we all were like 10 of us on there, and we were all like, blah, 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 blah. And I told Lynn after the show, I go, oh my gosh, poor Barry. He is never going to come back. And then you did. And I said, well, if that's not a testament to working on a relationship, I don't know what is. Like, you couldn't get a word in edgewise, but you came back, you gave it another go, and by golly, you're in there talking and communicating with us, and it's so amazing. And you know what? The truth of the matter is, you really don't speak unless you really have something to say, and that's super cool. So have fun on the Lynn show today. Be honored. Appreciate what she's doing for you and you deserve it. You totally deserve it. See you later.
This is why I'm happy that you have not watched my show.
No, because this is my surprise. I'm loving this.
Yeah. That's why I know Barry from the Lynn and Scott show. I thought it was from the America's Most Wanted.
I've got suspicion that might be.
My goodness. I'm going to have to go look. Hey, did you share this out on your page?
Well, not yet. No.
You should be sharing this out because, you should be sharing this out. Okay, so, I hope you shared this out. If you haven't shared this out, you better share this out. Let's see. I don't know where these comments are coming from. I have to look at this live chats here. Okay. So this anonymous person here. All right. Did you done share it already?
Done shared it.
All right. Okay. So let's go to just a question here. Can you recall a time in your life when you said, "Oh, I would never do that," that you ended up doing?
Is it well?
Did you see this? Rookie mistake, Barry. Always share and they will come at you.
This is gonna be a fun hour.
Okay. Yeah. This one time at band camp. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So seriously.
I would never do. Well, a few things. One thing I never thought I'd do was stand on stage and speak. That was one of my biggest reliefs in a way, because I had a chance speaking in front of 200,000 people after September 11th, and I thought I was going to die. I didn't plan on doing it, but I realized as part of my commitment to what I was doing, I had to include that as part of my steps. And I remember when I stood up on the stage and grabbed hold of the lectern, and like I had a death grip on it because I was so scared I was going to get blown off the stage by all the people. And after I started talking, I relaxed because I felt it's being received. So that was one of the times. Another time was jumping out of a plane. Did that once. That was a definite thing I thought I'd never do.
Oh, were you one of those guys that said, "Oh, you know what? Why'd leave a perfectly good plane if I didn't have to"? Were you one of those? See, that's the point I'm saying is everybody says something and then you kind of eat crow or eat your words or realize, oh, it's time now to shut up and put up, right? I mean, like,
most of the things I've done, I definitely can see on the other side of it, of course, how much I'm expanded and grown because of it. So those things I said I'd never do were based on fear or holding back or playing small. So, yeah. Yeah,
I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's see here. What am I going to do next? Another question here. So, what makes you laugh other than Lynn? That's obvious.
Well, Lynn is obvious, yes. Frankly, life does. I've had something's happened in the last 6 months or so where I've had this really interesting, light-hearted experience of life where things that sometimes go sideways for me, I end up chuckling about. It's really bizarre. I know if I'm going crazy or just the fact that I'm starting to see life through a different lens, that I'm not so attached. That's the other part I've been learning a lot it's been years of this one, being detached. When stuff goes sideways, where something I wanted didn't happen or something I was trying to do didn't work out or something, whatever it was, I found myself just being happy about it. Not happy it happened, but happy independent of it. So that's been one of my gifts.
Little known fact that trees behind Barry is fake and given to him from the Old English Elton John. Well, you do let go of things, right? I mean, you just fly by whatever happens and that you're fine with that, right? So you're fine with this information then.
Barry, I'm going to tell you, It's been great sharing the stage with you because you bring a level of intelligence to the conversation that matches my eye candy. And most people don't realize that Barry and I are related, but I am his much younger, better looking brother. So, but he talks funny. It's one of those things you got to get past. Be good. Happy you're here, Barry.
I crack myself up. But
You do indeed.
but you said about stages, but I at the last minute I always seem to pull something out of my whatever. But I found this on TikTok and I thought it was really nice.
Are you looking for your other half or looking for your plus one? If you're looking for your other half, let me be honest with you, you're making a mistake. Because if you're looking for your other half, that implies that you are only half yourself, and nobody wants to be incomplete. So focus on owning your own self and being whole so you can attract a healthy plus one. Want more information? Reach out.
Gosh, I love that.
Thank
And
you.
somebody said, this guy's so sexy. You are sexy. I'm going to say it and I'm going to try not to turn red. It's just my
I'll
shirt.
take it.
Yeah. I'm not going to take the blushing really well, but okay. And then I got this other one here.
When it comes to dating, are you basically doing the same thing as painting over rust? Let me explain. If you've ever seen a bad paint job on a car or on a bicycle or something else where they basically painted over the rust, you notice one thing: the rust doesn't go away, it comes through. If you're not healing your past emotional wounds from your bad relationship breakups, if you go out date again, same result's going to happen. That rust, that old stuff is going to keep surfacing. So my recommendation, encouragement, invitation is, once you're single, heal that past stuff. Whether you work with a coach like myself or somebody else, get support. You deserve it, so does your future partner. Thanks for watching.
I love that.
You're
I love that. And you only got 2 TikToks, so get your ass moving and get some more.
I just started.
I know. I shouldn't talk. I really haven't done much with my
Now it's it.
Oh, well, I did do a thing like this though once. And I'm going to get tagged for this, but who cares?
I may not be TikTok famous, but I have never posted a video of me shaking my butt for likes.
And if the beat live, you know Lil Juke made it. Yaddy, 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 yaddy.
See, that's one way using TikTok.
I told him, hey, you want to come live on one of my shows? He's like, nope.
I wonder why.
Barry has mastered the non-threatening Caucasian hands movement, fingertips together. Who is this? I don't know who this is, but they're a fan of yours. Yeah, they're a fan of yours. Okay, so I'm going to get to this question. You got to listen real carefully, okay? Ready?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So have you ever gotten yourself in a pickle? What kind of pickle would you say you got yourself into? That you learned the most valuable lesson ever.
I crack myself up.
You do, indeed.
And your answer?
I've been to several.
Well, do tell. Being you're the love doctor, being that you're in the relationship, why don't you just give us a pickle that you've been in a dating situation or a marriage or something? Because come on, give us something you haven't given on any other platform that's exclusive. We're 14 minutes in and nobody's watching, really. They're not, except for this one person that's Lynn. I'm telling Mark, your social media husband, that you were watching booty popping videos. I think that's either Jerry or Joe. It's one of those guys. Anyways, so do tell about a pickle.
Well, let's dive into something deeper. I mean, I talked about this before because it's part of my journey and part of my experience. But I basically messed up my relationships quite a few times because that's how I learned how to teach the right way for other people. But I went through 3 relationships where the same thing happened. And the thing is, I didn't learn from the first time. I didn't learn from the second time. And after the third one, I said, I can't do this anymore. I basically had fallen in the trap of, what's what I'm looking for? Being a passenger in the relationships. I was passive. I wasn't taking charge. I wasn't leading. So I messed up my relationships. I don't really call it a pickle, but it certainly was a mess. And so that's what put me on the path. That was really the launch pad. No, the cliff I jumped off of afterwards.
Okay. So I think the pickle question could take a turn for the worse. Okay, I know who this is now, and I just love him so much. But anyway,
Okay.
so yeah, but no, so tell me a funny pickle you've been through, like something that was kind of funny now, but really wasn't funny then.
Well, well, this one's, I look at it back and laugh quite a bit because I was just wondering how it could have happened. I got recruited by a matchmaking service to be one of their clients to match up with their women. And they sent me on this blind date. And this is a very strange dating app, dating company. They put me in a blind date with this woman, and I had already explained to them what I was looking for and who I was, so they had a pretty good picture. They totally ignored it. So when on this blind date with this woman who I met, and only got texted her name and like what she was wearing like an hour before we met up. So it wasn't even like pre-planned. I couldn't do any research, couldn't do anything. So I met up for this blind date in a mutually nondescript place. And first of all, there was no attraction whatsoever.
Nondescript place makes me think that it was a place that you shouldn't have been at. But anyways.
No, it's just a coffee shop. It wasn't.
Oh, okay. It
wasn't a fancy place. Relax.
Okay,
yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah, I see where your mind goes. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, if we're gonna do a podcast together, you better learn that quick.
You got to know. Yeah, for learning. So at the end of the date, she turns to me and she says she can't believe that a matchmaking service, as in matching, could put together the way she put it was something on the lines of a strong Christian, conservative, together something woman with a libertarian, spiritual Jewish Renaissance guy, and that was the end of our conversation. So,
oh my gosh, I matched with Barry's on that app. I called it the pickle dating app. Okay, Joe, behave yourself. Just behave yourself. Oh my gosh, this is just too funny.
Is my brother
actually, actually, I thought it really was this guy, and he's not here right now. But
hey, Lynn Serrano, thank you so much for asking me to do this. It's an absolute honor. It's a pleasure. Barry, you're a great guy. For the number of times I've been on the show, it has been it's been a true honor to listen to your wisdom. Your book is amazing. But here's the thing, Barry. You just can't look at this book and just read the title the way it is. You almost have to add that effect, that Barry White effect, that
50 Ways to Love Your Lover by Barry Selby. The man, the myth, the legend, Doctor of Love. Come on, you know what time it is. You gotta get that book. You gotta get that book. It'll bring out the Barry White in you. Come on now. Let's give it up for Barry.
Lynn, you have a great show. Barry, a pleasure, my brother. Look forward to seeing you again on the show. Take care.
That is so funny.
I love this. And I'm typing in an English accent so Barry understands my comments. That's your brother from another mother. Watch out, Lynn. The cruiser just arrived.
Cursor.
I want to say cruiser sounded better. I didn't want to say the word.
Frankly, first of all, I want to borrow Mark's app what was using for that voice because that sounds so damn good. I have to record my marketing materials. So
I
funny.
know. Yeah. You'll have to get with them later on that. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. And then you do have an impact on a bunch of people.
Lynn, you always have the best guests in your show. I love it so much. And Barry, I just want to say a few things about what you did for me. Ever since we became friends on Facebook and I started following you and listening to you, not only that, but hearing you really changed my perspective about love, relationships, and life in a relationship and connection to man. And what you do for women is really, truly a blessing to the world, to all of us women that are listening to you and are following you and are just there to hear the message that you have, which is so powerful. Thank you for being you. Thank you for everything you do for us women when it comes to love and relationships. And your expertise is really, really amazing. I appreciate you. I watch you. I listen to you. I follow you. I'm there just supporting you. And I just want you to know that, in my opinion, for my heart, you're amazing. And I truly appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
See, I got some good friends. I got some good friends.
Thank you. I'm going to start blushing in a minute.
Well, good. I mean, I don't know what this one is.
Sometimes you just need to hear it from the right person with the right voice. And Barry, oh, he's got the right voice.
I cracked myself up. I did that seconds before we got on the show. Oh my gosh. Okay. I got to get back to questions here. Okay.
Yeah,
So
okay.
let's see here. What's the first thing you notice about a person?
Oh boy. It's usually about 3 things at once, but I'll start with one.
Yeah, by all means.
Well, one of them is, the one thing I notice about people is how they, I say it this way, how do they reside in their body?
Oh, then I don't reside very well. Okay. Go ahead.
Let me explain that bit.
Yeah, please do.
Because what I'm aware of when I meet people, sometimes they're so not present to themselves, they're not present in their bodies, that they're almost like somewhere else. And so for me, when I meet somebody, I really want to see if they're actually present here with me, because when I'm meeting somebody, I want them to be here now, not somewhere else in the future or the past.
Right.
And in relationships, people live that way. So it's always one of my gauges, and like, can they be present now in the moment? Because one of my things to keep remembering is to stay present. So it's probably the first thing I notice.
Okay. Well, I hope you notice I've been as present as I can. Even though
you're in producer mode as well as in interview mode. So I'm watching you do both.
Yeah. Plus, I'm enjoying your answers here too. So
Okay.
what's the meaning? What meaning does life or living your best life have for you personally?
Oh. Well, first of all, what it doesn't mean is stressing and panicking and worrying about everything. So for me, what living your best life is living authentically. I mean, simply put, living true to your heart, to your values. I have a big thing about living in your purpose, your calling, whatever that is in the world that makes a difference, so that you're making an impact out there as well. So I think living your best life is taking care of yourself and taking care of others.
I love it.
Works.
I love it. I love it. What do you love in your life other than your family?
Well, I'm presuming I love my family.
Well, this isn't the Marvy Povich or the Jerry Springer show. This is Lynn Serrano. I'm living and loving and laughing.
I do love my family. Right. What I love in my life is the way, I'm talking about spirit for a second. I have this wonderful feeling that there's a great deal of interconnections happening more and more in my life. I meet these amazing people, and I know spirits like.
You froze on me.
He's doing
you froze on me.
Weaving of that together.
Wait, please say it again, because you froze. Yes.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Glitches. The way I feel is like spirits
glitches,
doing the
bitches.
No, so for me, the sense of all the interconnections and the people I get to meet, because there's so many, the last 6 months, the quality of people I'm meeting and the variety of people I'm meeting have been amazing. And I think spirit's doing all the networking for me. It's like, it's not me doing the work. There's something else working, which is great.
Yep. I believe that. I truly believe that. And I think once you're open to know that the right people will be in your life, then it happens. And I mean, look at this Lynn and Scott show, for instance. We started just a few people, and I'm honored. Scott's honored. We're honored that you're there, with us. So, for sure.
Pleasure.
So,
Thank you.
what makes a person beautiful to you?
It's kind of the same thing I said before in a way. It's like them being present in the body. I mean, I live in Los Angeles, just to be clear, and I've lived here for many, many years. And so there are a lot of very pretty people here. a lot of pretty people.
Mm-hmm.
However,
City of Angels too.
Supposedly, not so much. I'll leave that alone. I'm not getting political. Okay. However, from my experiences, that there are many pretty people out here, men and women, but it's all on the surface. And frankly, some of those people are as ugly as anybody could be, because they're not beautiful inside.
I get that.
And so for me, really what comes down to beauty is people who really care about themselves in a very compassionate way. Not ego, like I'm better than anybody else, but kind and caring for other themselves, So,
and that's the thing to me. Beauty to me is always within, because I always have known I'm beautiful on the inside. I'm work in progress on the outside, and I'm accepting it. I'm accepting it. So, and we got the powerful Barry. She says that is powerful. Yep, he is. He's amazing on the things he says here. So, what are your big, hairy, audacious goals?
More immediately is to be speaking on stages. Now we're coming out of the lockdown for the last couple of years. I've done a lot of work with Clubhouse, because that's a very good place to practice speaking in other ways. And I think it's time. I think my big audacious goal is to speak in large events on stage all around the world.
So let's speak into Ted's saying here, beautiful people haven't been hardened by the world. No, what would you say about that?
I would say that it's not so much haven't been hardened, but don't stay hardened by the world. Because some of us have been hardened and then come out the other side of it. Because a lot of us have gone through the challenges of being hardened to survive. And then we go, hang on, there's more to life than this. So for me, beautiful people are people who've, I won't say transcended, but have gone beyond it, because it's easy to get hardened.
They let go out loud.
Indeed.
And then they live, love, and laugh.
Amazing how that works.
Yeah, and I've always told you, you're beautiful. You got a beautiful face, but you got big thighs. And I mean, that's a condition I have that I didn't know about, to be honest. And so I never could say, how can you call me beautiful? And yet you say, because I'm fat. I mean, I'm just being honest here. And so my thing is like, go ahead.
The problem is people say, you're beautiful, but.
Or and that's it. I got a lot of the butt.
Let me explain that. Yes, Debbie, the fabulous comes from within. The thing is that really we have this challenge when we talk to somebody. Is we say something positive, then we go, but this is also true.
Yeah, and cancel it out.
Exactly. So recognizing someone's quality, just leave it there, or say, I love you, and this is one of the things I wish you were even better at. What I love that,
people can bounce back and not let the world. Yep, absolutely. I agree. I agree. So we got to get you on more stages. What mistakes have you made along the way? And we're going to be done here in another 15 minutes. So
how much time do you have?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So again, let's move this question right along, but answer it anyways.
What mistakes I made along the way? Just a few.
Right?
Many relationships. I've made mistakes with, God, how many mistakes are the list is too long, to be honest. I've not been perfect along the way. I've just learned from the mistakes. I mean, the biggest gift I would say is that who I am and how, quote, smart I am is because of the mistakes I've made.
I love it.
So I've made plenty of mistakes, both in career choices, relationship choices, housing choices, car buying choices, many things,
Yeah. So, okay. So you see, he's not perfect, guys, but he's perfect the way he is. There we go. What are your success habits? The other day I got almost in trouble. I got a blooper on this one last time. I couldn't say the word success.
Uh-oh.
But anyways, I said sex. So anyways, but purposely this time.
That's a different habit.
Yeah. Different show. We'll talk. Anyways, go ahead.
Late night show, yes.
Yeah, late night show.
It's funny. I know I should have more habits that are more success oriented. The biggest ones I have is I do a lot of work with gratitude. That's one of my daily commitments to myself is gratitude. Self-care on the simple levels. I mean, a lot of my success is internals and self-support. I go for a hike every morning. It's been my commitment to myself for the last year and a half. and that is stacking up my day for success, because I'm already, I've already done my workout, which is great, but also I've already had a chance to be out in nature and enjoy the world. So simple things. And I mean, success in terms of the big stuff like money and things, I don't focus on that as much. Maybe I should, but it's all the internal stuff.
Yeah, I love that. So what book recommendations do you think have been impactful in your life?
Oof, I've got a few.
Okay.
Besides my own books, I actually refer in my book to several other books.
Okay.
But Conscious Loving by Gay and Katie Hendricks, which are my favorite books on codependency. Jonathan Livingston Seagull, Illusions and Running from Safety by Richard Bach, 3 of my favorite books. Illusions and Jonathan Livingston Seagull were my first awakenings to something bigger than myself. Reading those books changed my life. The Surrender Experiment by Michael A. Singer is a great book I recommend as well. That's about how when you surrender, how life works better, have more fun, let go and have more fun. That's a few to start with.
Yeah, for sure. So you guys will have to come in and write those down. Whoops, somebody commented something here. Gratitude for life creates life attitude. Absolutely. So what is your favorite quote?
Oof. There's a few, but one of the ones I use a lot recently, I've been talking with clients about, is that this is actually a quote by George Santayana that I keep butchering, but basically the paraphrasing is that those who fail to learn from the history are doomed to repeat it.
Oh yeah,
and
I love
that. That was a quote about countries and military actions. I use it in terms of relationships. If we don't learn from past mistakes, we're going to keep repeating them.
There you go.
So do the work.
Okay, so what's the best trip, and I mean traveling wise, you've ever had?
Good to clarify. Thank you.
Yeah. You do live in California, so I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, coming from England to California was a damn good choice. I mean, I basically had, when I was in college, gone to work in Europe. So I was in Germany and Belgium, came back to England. I wanted to find a job, and I thought, I'd work in America. And in 2 weeks, I had a job out here. So that was a pretty good trip.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, do you know any funny jokes by heart?
They passed through. I probably could dig up a few if I went back. So not on the top of my head, no.
Okay, I won't make you answer that. What's the biggest factor that has helped you be successful?
Trusting myself. Sounds simplistic, but the truth is that I have learned not to keep blindly trusting other people. That's been a mistake I've made a few times.
But it's funny because being a coach, don't you find that very contradictory in terms sometimes? I mean, granted, you coach just to give people ideas, but think about that for a minute.
Well,
you know what I mean?
The thing is,
because go ahead.
Well, the thing is, because I trust myself, I choose who I learn from. Because I used to basically, I would get sold things by people and go, oh, they must be great. And frankly, I've been in the personal development field for 40 years, and I did initially just go wherever I was led. But now I choose from a much deeper place that knows, oh, that's going to be a great teacher. I want to study with them. No, I'm definitely a student.
Yeah, perfectly said. Perfectly said. So what's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
Jumping out of a plane.
Wow.
I decided, I decided, I think it was on a Thursday. I think it was like Thursday or a Friday. And then on that weekend, we went out to Paris Valley and learned how to do a free fall jump.
Wow. Okay. So do you live in the LA area or not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to ask this question. You might be able to answer it, maybe not. But is there any celebrities you've met or worked with?
Depends on the context of celebrities. You mean if you mean like film stars, not so many, but in terms of in the personal development field, I met quite a few of them.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael Beckwith, who was in The Secret.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
He's been my spiritual teacher for 28 years since '94. I've been going to Agape Spiritual Center since then. Lisa Nichols.
You've been around this guy, who's some of those gurus. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's a pretty smart guy. He's got the glasses thing that I don't want to mimic. But celebrities. I mean, celebrities. The thing that just rang through my brain. most people I've met have been in the personal development field.
Yeah.
Jack
cool.
Canfield, different people. So,
okay. If you could start all over again, what would you do differently?
everything.
So you've thought of that, huh?
Well, I mean, as I said, I've made a lot of mistakes in relationships. If I could go back, if I could start over then, what I know now, boy, I would do so much better.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. What hard time in your life left you a better person after it was finished?
Okay, I'm going to try it this way. I shared in different places that I was bullied in high school, and I was basically on the outside. It actually was a gift in a way, because as much as it sucked the pain and the wounding and the emotional baggage, it put me in a place where I was hungry to learn how to be better. It wasn't about revenge, it's about how can I change. It also made me it's actually given me a gift of being very much, I read people well.
Yeah.
So I've had the skill of being able to see and be compassionate. That curse became a gift along the way.
And let me ask you this: what personality trait has gotten you in the most trouble?
Well, when I first came out
your
to the States,
accent?
No, that hasn't got me in trouble. Well, not that much. That's my personality trait. That's part of who I am. My personality trait, I would say, would be my sarcasm. When I first came out to America, being English, sarcasm was second nature to me.
Yeah.
I got in so much trouble with that.
I'm from Long Island. That's why we were going to have a good show together, because that's just the way I am. Oh, let's see. Anyways, okay. What kind of people do you most enjoy hanging out with?
Ooh. People who think for themselves. People who question authority. People who have a bigger view of life than just the three dimensions we think we live in. Like, who are spiritually aware, curious. People who like to discuss what if conversations. I love what if as a perception of life. I've been a science fiction addict since I was in my teens, and I've read hundreds of books. So the whole what if scenario is one of my favorite things to talk about.
Oh, I like that. We will have to do the what ifs of relationships, which, yeah, won't that be good?
Yeah.
That's going to be one of our podcasts. So, I really jumped all the way around here, and we're going to be closing this up pretty soon. But, I want to go backwards and say, because I've been learning how to reverse engineer a lot of things lately. But if I were to reverse this to the beginning of our show, I would say that I am blessed to know you by this.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Hey, Barry. How are you? Oh my gosh. When Lynn asked me to come on here and say hello, I said, are you kidding me? No matter what time I was getting up. And I know that you're probably still sleeping on the West Coast, but that's okay. So good morning, Barry. I'm super proud of you. I'm super excited to know you on a personal level of friendship, and you've given back so much to me, not only just to me, but so many other women. Not on friendship level like us, but on other levels of 2,500 plus videos on YouTube videos. The Love Doctor, he helps women on a different level, and men and people in relationships, and just on so much, and helped me with grieving. And when one of our mutual dear friends passed away, we were creating a Thrive group. So I can't thank you enough, Barry, for being who you are in my life, and sharing your recipes, and sharing your hiking stories, and your chipmunk stories, and your squirrel stories. And he's just amazing, and his laugh is so infectious that you can't help it. And his accent, you gotta love his accent. So if you have not seen Barry, and you're not following him, you're not listening to his YouTube videos, you're not subscribing, you have got to go subscribe to what he has to offer. And I promise you, when you start listening to him, he's going to be the only guy that you listen to, the only man that you're going to listen to. So anyway, I'm super excited for you. I'm proud of you. You already know that. And I'm just glad to be part of your tribe and your little circle of friends. And we are friends forever. So Lynn, thank you so much. You always have amazing people on your show. And I'm always super glad to make videos for you. So you guys have a great show. I can't wait to watch, and I love you both. Barry, keep sending me recipes. Keep letting me know how things are going. I know we're going to connect probably after your show, but just thank you for everything you do for all the women out there. You are the love doctor for sure. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you, Lynn. Bye.
Love you, Peter.
That was a surprise.
Well, yeah, we met, and it's funny because not that I'd forgotten you, but life goes crazy, and you were like, we were supposed to do a interview sometime. I'm like, we were, and then I was like, you said Peter, and I'm like, I instantly remember we talked on the phone and everything, did a 3-way with her, and so it was just one of those things that I'm grateful that I met you through her, and I'm glad that it was right now. I always think everything has a timing, and the timing is, when it's supposed to be. And sometimes it's not right now. Sometimes you got to be in the moment and appreciate things where you're at. And I am excited because I know we're going to do a lot of fun things together. And I mean, there's a bunch of questions I could ask here, but I want to leave on a high note here in a second. Okay. So what was the last thing that made you smile other than Peter?
Actually, this morning I was out hiking. I bumped into 2 friends I haven't seen in 2 years. And
nice.
we got to catch up, and that was really cool. So that was the last thing that made me smile.
Oh, awesome. And what tells you the most about a person?
Oh, if their words match their deeds.
I love it. I love it. Okay. If a genie granted you 3 wishes right now, what would you wish for?
And could it be for 3 more wishes? No.
I knew you were going to say that.
I've done that game before. No.
Yeah.
3 wishes. One would be for everybody to see themselves the way they really are. That they're loved, that they are loving, that they're kind. That would change the world. Secondly, that we start to come to a place of agreement about how to save the planet we live on. And we do that. And third, that we take care of each other.
You know what? It's a good damn thing we don't need a genie, because we could do all that shit right here and now.
There you go.
So play the replay and hear what he had to say. That's all I'm going to say on that. Because truly, it goes to show you, we don't need to depend on other people sometimes. We need to depend on our thoughts, what we think and what we believe to be true, and to act on it and live it right now.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no need for a genie in no freaking bottle. That's all I got to say about that.
There you go.
So I'll ask you, if you were in my shoes, what would you have asked yourself that I didn't?
I'm not sure now.
You see, this interview, you didn't know what I was going to hit you up with, and I thank you so much for coming on here and being a part of just of my antics on the show here. What I like to do is, I feel it's very important for people to be honored while they're here, not when they're gone. We have too much. It's sad. It saddens me that so many people don't even know what they meant to different people in their life or the impact they have. And I hope through the show, you see just a small smitten little speck of the grand scheme of how you've impacted many people in this world.
I do feel it. Thank you so much for this. I'm feeling like I was coming in for an interview and ended up being rewarded so much. So thank you for that.
Well, you know what? You've been a really great contributor onto the Lynn and Scott show. Scott didn't get to do his video here, but I know that he would have so many great things to say about you. We really appreciate you and love you for the support and the great things you contribute there. So, which, means a lot to me. And, cause I don't take your time, I know it's very important. And these are just some of the posts that you guys need to go follow Barry, because I love some of the posts he has. So like this one, You want to read these for me?
Yeah, women with a higher IQ have a harder time finding a mate. The truth, intelligent women would rather remain single than be with the wrong person. I say it's true for both sides, by the way. Men who are getting smarter and wiser know the same thing too.
Yes.
But yeah, that one's been a recent one I posted. It's been provocative.
Yeah, and then this one, if you read it.
Oh yes, this is one of my passion projects to let people know. So if you carry the emotional bricks from your last relationship into a new one, you'll build the same unstable house. Basically, if you don't do the inner work and heal, you keep repeating the same mistakes again and again in relationships.
Yeah.
So,
and then here we go.
Yeah, this one's been provocative for some people. An X is called an X because it is an example of what you don't want to repeat again in the future. Generally true. Not always, but generally. Yes. If you could love the wrong person that much, imagine how much you could love the right one. Think about that.
I believe that's a great note to stop right there. I really do. Barry, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everybody that watched and made comments and got to know a little bit about Barry. He might be the silent guy on Tuesday nights, but when he speaks, we all listen. We all listen. One, because of his accent, and two, because he has profound, prophetic, amazing things to say. And so I'm delighted that soon we'll have a podcast of some sort. I don't know how or when or what time, but we will. So Barry, thank you so much for being here. Don't leave me yet. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Remember, live, love, laugh, and let go out loud, because why not live the best life you can right now?